Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on the Corona Express. As you see, I have mounted the motor with a pin. It's slightly undersized, but it'll work for now. And I have added a tab and slot coupler. Now, the way I mounted that was just a small block of wood, as you see, an old tab and slot, and a screw. It's a bit crude, but it works. That's the neat thing about it. Anyway, the motor is mounted. You see it has a front mounting bar in it. It's not the correct one, but it works. That's the nice thing about it. And the tab and slot is working. So anyway, just got the motor mounted and the tab and slot mounted. So I thought I'd do a follow-up video and take this around. I've also added a number of cars, so we have a total of 8 on this. Let's see how it runs. As you see, there's 50% power, pulling 8 Lionel cars. So, it was a fun project. Locomotive made completely out of junk parts, but it gave me something to do on a Friday night. And as you see, it was definitely worth the time it took. It looks nice, that being a relative term. It runs really well. Now I'm going to see if I can put a pilot on it, and I might try to add a headlight to it. So tomorrow, Saturday, it'll give me something to do tomorrow if I do all that. We'll see. But it was a fun project for tonight. And as you see, it was definitely worth the time it took. This is running really, really well. It was really surprising that that motor fit in there as well as it did. But as you see, it looks nice, it runs well, it has plenty of power, pulling 8 Lionel cars. Motor's mounted with the cross pin, and it has a drawbar, actually a tab and slot coupler. So it was a great use for that motor, and for the old shell as well. So we'll see if I add a pilot to it and a headlight. That'll give me something to do tomorrow. But so far so good. This was a lot of fun. Killed a couple hours. And it's running well. That's the neat thing about it. So the Lionel Corona Express, up and running. So I'm happy with it. Like I said, it gave me something to do. This would have been a long, boring night without a project. So I'll see if I can transplant a pilot onto it and add a headlight to it. That would make it a complete locomotive. And like I said, this old shell has been under the layout table for, oh, I can't even remember when I got this. It was months ago. And I never had a use for it, so it just stayed under there. And like I said, the pilot is broken off, had some kind of sticker on top of it, so there was no way to really do anything with it. But for an expedient and something to do tonight, I figured I'd try to fit that 8200 DC switcher motor into it. And here it is, up and running, all cobbled together, but it looks nice. It runs really, really well. As you see, it's pulling this consist with no problem at all at 50% power. And this is going to be a souvenir, like I said. But it runs nice. It is acceptable looking. If I can get the pilot on it, it'll actually look even better. And put a headlight in it. I can always just put a bulb in it if nothing else. But it's up and running. It's got push rods on it. It has red wheels. There's no way around that. I'm not going to put any time into this to paint the wheels or anything. I did put some ink marker on that sticker so it doesn't show so much. But it is up and running. So tomorrow I'll see if I can transplant a pilot onto it, and put a headlight in it. Give me something to do, and the result, of course, will be a running locomotive. But as you see, this actually doesn't look too bad considering it's cobbled together completely out of junk parts. So just to follow up on the Corona Express, it is up and running, and actually running really, really well. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.